Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 12th of November. I hope you've had a really good month so far. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot today, and if you like tarot decks which are very colorful and a bit over the top, then the Cosmic Tarot is for you. You'll see the cards in a minute. It's very colorful and bright. If this is the first one of my videos that you're watching, I'm glad you found me. You're very welcome. I do these daily tarot readings every day, and I do it 365 days a year. I absolutely love doing these, so I'm glad you found me, and you're very, very welcome. Let's have a look at what this day is all about and what you'll be working with in terms of the energy. So we have the Queen of Pentacles looking gorgeous, the Prince of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so let's have a look at what this means for you today. The Queen of Pentacles, she looks like Greta Garbo, doesn't she? She's like gazing off into the distance, looking beautiful, just very, very dreamlike and very kind of a little bit spacey also. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is a court card, and she has graduated through the ranks and she's worked her way up to become queen. She started as the page, then she became the Princess of Pentacles, and now she's the Queen of Pentacles. So what that means is that she is able to deal with her physical world and the physical realities of her life exceptionally well. You can see this pentagram here at the bottom, and the pentagram is upright. So a pentagram has 5 points, and the top point represents the fifth element, so to speak, which is spirit. Then you've got air, earth, fire, and water. And the reason that the Queen of Pentacles has managed to become this glorious queen with a beautiful crown, and she's got a weeping willow there and her own lake and a castle in the background, and she's got beautiful clothes, and she's rich and abundant and healthy and prosperous and gorgeously beautiful, if that works. And the reason for that is because she doesn't focus on the physical side of things first and foremost. She realizes that her true wealth lies in her spiritual connection with something bigger. And because she realizes that, she can create wealth in the real world. So she's rich internally, and that's why she's so beautiful. That's why there's so much prosperity in her life. And that's why she's created all this wealth. If that pentacle is upside down, then it would be a woman who says, okay, I'm in a situation where life is difficult. I have to see what's available, and I have to align myself with the world, and I have to try and slot in somewhere and make it work. That attitude and that approach isn't going to leave you in the position that she's in, because you're just reacting to what is. And she's not someone who's reactive. She's someone who dictates what's going to happen in her life. She feels wealthy internally, and then she goes out into the world and she shares those things which she really believes in, and she adds value to the world, and that's why she gets value back, and that's why she ends up in a position of wealth and power. So for you on this day, there's a great sense of spiritual insight into your life, into your position, where you're at financially, in terms of your health, in terms of your living situation. And there's a light that kind of shines on your inner beliefs and what you're thinking about and how that manifests your reality. So it's a good day to kind of look inward and to see why your circumstances are the way they are. And they are the way they are because of past decisions you've made. So look at the past decisions you've made. So let's say 5 years ago you decided that you were going to work as a nurse. And you're still working as a nurse, so you'll be in the position of the income that you've got and the way you feel physically, because, being a nurse is a difficult job. And all of these things happening right now are the result of something you decided 5 years ago. Today you get a respite, or you get a break from living your life, and you're able to kind of step back from it and look at it and say, well, what decisions will I make today to create more abundance in my life and to become the Queen of Pentacles? Doesn't mean that you're greedy or materialistic, but it's like, where is my inner wealth? What do I have to offer? What value have I got? And all of us, we're divine beings. We all have value within us and so much to offer the world and other people. And if everyone was living their life purpose, there wouldn't be war and there wouldn't be poverty, and there wouldn't be all of the distress and difficult things that we have in the world, because there's enough for everybody. And if we look inwards and we give value away, then we get value back. It's not about competing and getting to the top of the ladder and all of those things. Okay, so you have a day of personal insight that allows you to make decisions for the future. So if you want to change the way your life is, you can by listening to those insights, listening to that guidance, and then just very coolly gazing into the future and saying, okay, it's gonna happen. She looks, I mean, she is so relaxed. She's almost, you know. Okay, next card we've got, he looks kind of, who does he remind me of? He reminds me of Omar Sharif a little bit. The eyes aren't as distinctive, but the haircut kind of reminds me. Okay, so the Prince of Swords is like the Knight of Swords. He wants to make a difference. He's got this clip of Aquarius here on his beautiful little cravat. He's got a book, so he's insightful, he's intelligent, he's inspired. The sword is about making decisions and being a communicator and intellectual. The falcon is about spreading that information and putting it out there into the world. And this triangle seems to be like some sort of mystical connection where he thinks that he has knowledge that no one else does. But the problem with the Prince of Swords is he's learning himself. And he's overly confident in this case, and he's already in a position of power, even though he doesn't have all the answers. This reminds me of something, actually. I bought a book on Amazon the other day, and it had 15 reviews, and there were 15 5-star reviews. And I thought, okay, great, it's obviously gone down very well. I'll buy the book. So I spent my £5 and I bought the book and got it on my Kindle. And I started reading the book, and on every page, there's a spelling mistake. I couldn't believe it. It's like they didn't even bother to spell check the book, and the book is like type of a self-help book, and the author is in the introduction, he says, this book is going to change your life, and I am amazing, and I've received all these awards for learning English. The author is Serbian or something, I think, and he learned English, and he got straight A's at universities, and he was accepted to Cambridge and all of these things. And I just thought, well, if you're that much of a genius, why didn't you spell check your own book? And it really kind of irritated me that this guy thought he was the bee's knees, but he didn't even bother to respect his customers enough to present them with something decent. It really offended me, actually. It's like, okay, it's one thing to blow your own trumpet. You know, if it's valid, then fine. Blow your own trumpet, say that you're the world's best self-help guru and that you heal people's lives, but back that up then with good spelling. And I'm certainly no spelling, you know, a mistake here and there is okay, but if it's on every page, it becomes kind of annoying. So that's in reverse. So you don't have this sense of arrogance and all-knowingness and I am the prince, treat me with respect even though I don't deserve it. And your head is in a really good place. You're focusing on what's really, truly valuable in your life, which is what's going on internally, and that's what the focus is. Also, because we've got a male and female here, and they're kind of at odds with each other, it's not the best day, I would say, to make decisions about relationships and trying to change someone else's mind and to connect with other people and to try and influence them, because the Prince of Swords is in reverse, so he's not as powerful as he usually would be, which is a good thing because that frees you up to have genuine insights. Finally, the Seven of Swords is a wonderfully, oh, it looks so beautiful. I love this. So the negative thoughts, which are these swords, come flying out of the sky. But this beautiful kind of dancer woman, all she does is she throws her cape around, and she could care less about the negativity and she could care less about the fear. And what she does is she knows that she can be happy by herself, and that just because she has negative thinking doesn't mean it's true, and she can go on a beautiful midnight walk and enjoy the stars and the moonlight and just be liberated and completely free in herself. So that's kind of aligned with the Queen of Pentacles. So if you focus on what's going on in you and you look at your own thinking, you're not going to believe everything you think. the negative stuff, and you're going to look towards happy things and positive thoughts and positive ideas that can turn your life around and make it better. So there's no arrogance here today. You're humble, and the word humble is often misunderstood. It's not humility in the sense of bowing and scraping towards someone else and saying, yes, Your Grace, you're such an amazing person, I will do whatever you want. It's about being open and clever enough to understand that you are not all-knowing, that you do have negative thoughts, but that you do also have positive thoughts. And you can choose which thoughts to accept and act upon and which thoughts you don't want to act upon. So you're extremely wise on this day. You understand yourself much more than you ever have. You can harvest good things as a result of that, and you can focus on the positive thoughts and gather the things that are positive, and you can move into a future that looks totally, there's nothing there. You can shape the future exactly the way you want it to be. You can manifest any kind of future. She's walking into something that hasn't been realized yet. It's not an ocean. It's not fog. There's no difference between the land and the sky. It's just this blank slate that you can do whatever you want with. So choose your positive thoughts and build your willow tree there and your lake over there and your own little mountain that you can climb every morning because you love exercise. And then you can build your castle right there. And you can turn around and put a plonker throne in the middle and sit down on it and put a crown on your head and gaze off into the future and look really at ease like she does. So this is a great day for personal insight, introspection, getting really real with yourself and really dropping the facades and the masks and all of the stories you've told yourself about who you are, and you can get down to the reality of who you are and you can get real with yourself, and that's when you can really make a change to your life. So think about the future, think about where you want to be in a week from now, in 5 years from now, and choose positive thoughts and let go of the negative stuff and move into your future and realize that you can manifest whatever you want. The sky is the limit. You can build any kind of life that you want. And you can do that whether you're 16 watching this or whether you're 86. You can manifest your future. It's down to you. You're in control. And you're in control because you're spiritually connected with your higher true self. Number-wise, we've got a chord card, which is 1. Another chord card, which is 1. So 1, 1, and 2. And 7 is 9. And 9 is about spirituality and completion. And because you have this spiritual connection, you can complete the circle and say, okay, this is what I'm going to make my future. I'm going to manifest it, and I'm going to listen out for the guidance that now comes in, which is going to put me on the right path, and I'm going to manifest this wonderful, wonderful dream life that I've always wanted. So amazing day for insight and manifestation and reclaiming hope for the future. You know, if you've had a tough year or if you've had a tough couple of months, this is a day where you can look again and you can say, okay, I'm drawing a line under all of that. What are my future dreams starting from where I am right now? What can I improve? What can I achieve? What is totally out of, what seems totally unpractical, but I want it anyway. I'm going to put that on my list because I can achieve whatever I want. You can make your life whatever it is you want it to be. And you do that by connecting with spirituality. And on this day, you're naturally connected and you're naturally hearing your higher self guidance. And because of that, make a note of it. Get real on what it is you want. And then listen to the guidance and make it happen. So it looks like an amazing day. It's a Sunday as well. So it's a nice day for kind of reflection if you're not working. And really kind of looking at what the future is going to look like in an ideal world. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.